Good morning, students. In this video, we'll see about the MOSFET small signal parameters. Here, the figure shows the NMOS common source circuit with a time varying voltage source, that is Vi, is being present in series with the DC source VGSQ. Now, let us assume that this time varying voltage source to be sinusoidal in nature, and the Q point of this NMOS circuit or nothing but depends on the functions of VGS, that is gate to source voltage we are applying, and the VDD DC source, and the drain resistance and the transistor parameters that are present in the circuit. So if we want the output voltage to be the linear function of the input voltage, then the transistor must be biased in a saturation region. Now let us see the analysis of the circuit. The total voltage, gate to source voltage, which has been applied to this common source circuit, is nothing but it's the sum of your time varying signal Vi plus the DC source applied. So from the equation 1, it is clear that the gate to source voltage will be equal to the DC component, that is your VGSQ, is nothing but it's a DC component plus your Vi is nothing but the time varying sinusoidal signal which is being applied to the circuit. So if suppose this applied Vi input voltages increases, then the instantaneous value of your VGS as well increases. As the VGS increases, the large value of VGS will give a more drain current that is flowing to the circuit with a smaller VDS. So now this time varying signal VGS, which has been applied to the circuit, it's going to generate a time varying gate to source voltage. So we can replace this Vi to be equal to VGS in the equation 1. So your total VGS is equal to VGSQ plus Vi, where we are going to replace your Vi by VGS. Okay, here VGSQ is nothing but the DC component and VA is nothing but as a time varying sinusoidal signal applied to the circuit, and we can replace this Vi to be equal to VGS, which is nothing but the AC component. So from the circuit, it is clear that the instantaneous drain current that is flowing through the MOSFET amplifier is given by ID is equal to Kn into Vgs minus Vtn the whole square, and this is considered to be equation number 2. Now we are going to substitute your equation number 1 in 2 in the place of Vgs. So your drain current will become ID is equal to Kn into Vgsq plus VGS minus VTN the whole square. So I'm going to bring this VTN to the term VGSQ minus VTN plus VGS the whole square. So this is nothing but it will give a formula of A plus B the whole square formula. So if we expand this drain current equation, we'll get a drain current is equal to Kn into VGSQ minus VTN the whole square, that is A square, plus 2AB, that is 2Kn into VGSQ minus Vtn into VGS plus B square. B square is nothing but it's given by Kn into VGS square. So from this expansion equation of a drain current, it is clear that it consists of three terms, where the first term of this drain equation is equal to DC or quiescent drain current IDQ, and the second term will give the time varying drain current component, and the third term will be equal proportional to the square of the signal voltage, that is the third term will give a VGS square, which is nothing but it will show the harmonics that is present in your circuit. So if this, since your VGS is considered to be very less than 2 into VGSQ minus VTN, this harmonics term is going to be neglected from the circuit. So if you are removing this harmonics term, then the total drain current can be written as IDQ plus ID, where this IDQ gives a DC component of a drain current, and this ID will give a time varying drain current or AC component of our drain current. So we can separately write this equation as, where IDQ is nothing but is equal to Kn into VGSQ minus Vtn the whole square, and your small id is equal to 2 into Kn into VGSQ minus Vtn. So from this drain current, we are going to derive the first small signal parameter of a MOSFET, which is given by a transconductance Gm. So the small signal drain current is related to the small signal VGS will give my transconductance Gm, where Gm is equal to, in the place of the ID, we are going to substitute this equation of ID. So this equation divided by VGS, where VGS will get cancelled. So we'll be getting a transconductance of a MOSFET will be equal to 2 into Kn into VGSQ minus Vtn. So this transconductance can also be obtained by the equation of dou ID by dou VGS, and this can also be written as Gm is equal to 2 into root of Kn into IDQ. Now we are going to see the next small signal parameter of a MOSFET, which is nothing but the output resistance R0, where output resistance R0 is given by the formula dou ID by dou VD as the whole inverse. And if you substitute the value of ID, we'll be getting R0 is equal to lambda Kn into VGSQ minus VTN the whole square, the whole inverse. Or in short term, we can write your output resistance R0 of a MOSFET can be written as lambda into IDQ, the whole inverse. So in this equation, the Kn is nothing but it's called as a conduction parameter, or it is a function of a bit to length ratio of a MOSFET, and lambda is nothing but it's a channel length modulation parameters. And so from the transistor parameters GMR0, so we are going to see how your NMOS transistor has been replaced by the small signal equivalent circuit of a NMOS transistor. So here the figure A shows a NMOS transistor where it consists of a gate, drain and a source, because we have taken a common source amplifier. So the source is in a ground terminal. Now we are going to replace this MOSFET by its small signal parameters, where between the gate and source terminal the VGS voltage is being present, and between the drain and source current source GM into VGS, parallel to this current source the resistance small R0 has been present in the circuit. So, okay students, in this video, we have seen what are the small signal MOSFET parameters have been available in our transistors. Okay, thank you.